Hi guys, this is one of those little side tracks I go down every so often. Slider 2732 has been doing some experiments with carbon for conductivity. I've been doing something similar with my galvanic cells. I've been using the carbon rods out of AA batteries, and I've been using conductive ink painted onto various things, the inside of glass jars in one case. This is a coffee stirrer, but it's coated with conductive ink or conductive paint. That's an ordinary pencil, which will have a graphite in the middle of it. And then today I went out looking for charcoal in craft stores, I suppose you call them, artist equipment. So this is a charcoal pencils. The other thing that did come to mind would be one of those disposable barbecue sets, because they have charcoal in them. But I didn't grab one of them. I thought about that afterwards. So we're just looking for things that you can use for the cathode or anode, depending on how you're wiring it up, on galvanic cells. Yeah, that's got quite a thick. Oh, can we see that at all? Come on. There we are. Got quite a thick charcoal centre to it, but the other end's covered over. I'll have to cut that off so we can get to the other end. Right, bear with me a minute. I'll just go and cut that off. Right, cut the end off so we can get to the charcoal at both ends. So, quick comparison. We're on the resistance scale there. So, conductive ink, that's given us 665 ohms. We could measure this to get an exact comparison, but I'm not going to chop the pencil up at the moment, so we'll just see what sort of resistance we've got. So just do that again. 650 ohms thereabouts, dropping down a bit as we're talking. The carbon rod out of the battery, 1 ohm. Yeah, that's 1 ohm. Let's double check that one again. Yeah, it's coming down, but we're still talking 580 ohms as opposed to 1 ohm. If we do about the same distance on there, 400 ohms. Okay, pencil. Hold that on there, hold that on there. Somewhere between 16 and 20 ohms for the full length of the pencil. And then charcoal. That is dropping down nicely, isn't it? That's about 3.5 ohms. So 3.5 ohms for that length. Oh, it's gone up again now. Yeah. 3 to 4 ohms for that length. Do the pencil again. Voiceover time now. It wasn't until I came to do part 2 of the video that I realised that I'd completely missed the fact that my meter was automatically stepping onto the mega ohm scale when I was measuring the charcoal pencils. So my summary from here on was completely wrong. I'll try and voice over what we're actually doing here when we get round to it. Yeah, the conductive paint is relatively high resistance. Depending on exactly how far along there I go, if I do the full length of my painted area there, we're nearly 900 ohms, nearly a kilo ohm. The graphite rod from the middle of the battery is only about 1 ohm. And then charcoal is hardly even registering this time. I have to fiddle around with it a bit. But that's stepped into the mega ohm scale. You can see the M on the right hand side of my screen. I completely missed that when I was doing it. So yeah, we're up around 10 mega ohms for the length of the charcoal pencil. I got totally confused there. I even went and checked the batteries in the meter to see what was going on in part 2. Well, I'll edit all that out because I eventually realised what the problem was. So in summary, the rods out the middle of the battery were the best, the carbon rods. The pencil was next. The conductive paint was next. And then the charcoal pencils were the worst out the lot. I thought they were going to be the best. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.